Here is the DC update for the week. There isn't a whole lot that's gone on since my last update. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that are fact, and I have been toying around with some new software and some things, and in the future I may start sharing my screen and showing you where I'm getting some of this information from, and so you guys will know where it's coming from and things that are true and things that are not. What I want to talk about first is Warner Max. Now, Warner Max was something that was going to come into play back when Zack Snyder's Justice League got released on HBO Max. They were actually starting a company called Warner Max. That was going to be the label that they were going to use. It was touted in a few places. They advertised it, and then it kind of disappeared. Well, what we know for sure is that that name is coming back with the change that's coming up in the merger next year. That is going to be the title that these HBO Max DC productions come from. It's going to be known as Warner Max Productions. So that label is coming back. That's one thing we know. The other big thing that we know is that Warner Brothers still has Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer for the physical release still unlisted on YouTube, and they've taken it a step further and turned off all comments. And anybody can verify this by going there. It has actually happened. People have been talking about it. It's the craziest thing in the world. The hatred that Warner Brothers has and just the outright gall that they have to really throw the middle finger at the fans at this stage is just astounding. I can't believe that they would go to these lengths. Now let's talk about something else. We've got David Goyer came out. Now he has produced so many DC properties going back to the Dark Knight trilogy, and he was involved in Man of Steel and a bunch of other productions. He came out the other day and he was specifically asked about Man of Steel 2, and he said as far as he knows, behind the scenes, this is still being planned. And he doesn't know to what extent. He goes on to, he talks about this. The quote is out there. This is something else that is fact. David Goyer did say this, but it's the actual validity of it is still, pretty much just a rumor at this stage because nobody else can back up what he is talking about. The last thing I want to talk about is what happened at the end of last week. Not really literally the day after I did my update last week. The president of Discovery came out and said that he wants to put the best team possible in place to deal with these IPs, like all of the DC stuff, when this merger happens. And he was meeting with over 50 different people in the industry last week to put the best people in place when this all goes down in the middle of next year. This is good news for all of us. I think this, it's really going to be telling when this all does, when the dominoes fall and everything does go into place. We're going to see exactly where this ends up. Now, all of us out here who are talking about DC, myself included, I'm giving you guys real information. I don't lie. I'm going to try to do very little speculation. And what could happen going forward is, this could blow up in our faces for all we know. Until everything actually happens, everything is considered rumor, no matter who says it and where it comes from. I am having faith in what the people at Discovery have said and how they want to treat these properties, and them wanting to bring the filmmakers and the actors and the community back together and be more cohesive and friendly towards each other so it's a good place to work. I trust that they're going to do the right thing. That's all based on their words alone. I've never seen Warner Brothers come out and back up DC properties the way Discovery already is talking about all of this stuff. So I have more faith. I do not have faith in anything that Warner Brothers does. I'm glad that this division of DC has been sold off to Discovery, and hopefully they do the right thing. They should see the numbers and the sales, and it should only lead to one thing, and that would be restoring the Snyderverse and moving forward with it. So we're going to see what happens here in the future, and I want you guys to know if you saw videos or any information about Batman dying in the Flash movie, it's not true. Okay, there are several videos out there talking about this, and it's not true. I could tell you right now that if they went that route, that's going to destroy the movie and people won't go see it. It would be the dumbest move they could possibly make to kill off Ben Affleck's Batman in that movie, unless they bring him back in another way at the end of the film. That's a whole different story. But if they're going to kill him off that way, that's suicide for the brand. That's suicide for future movies. I don't think they'd be stupid enough to do that. So don't believe that kind of stuff if you see it. If you can't back it up, if you can't prove it, don't believe these things that you see all over the internet. Like I said, I'm going to be bringing you guys news week to week, and I promise you I'm going to bring you everything that I find, the things I can verify. And as soon as I can start practice, sharing my screen and doing all kinds of things, I'm going to get a little more bold with the videos going forward and give you guys something more interesting to watch than just me talking on the screen. I don't want it just to be me all the time. My channel hit over 1,000 subscribers. It is now officially monetized, and that is going to give me the freedom to start doing some other things that I've wanted to do in the past. And I want to bring you guys content that you actually want to watch. So if there's anything specifically you want me to talk about when it comes to DC, let me know. I would appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who has subscribed so far. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up. All right, if anything big happens this week, I will definitely come out and give you guys that information. If not, we'll see you guys here next week. Take care.